You are now listening to The Spearsy Spin with your host, Mike Spears.
Hi folks, and welcome to The Spearsy Spin. Today's show we're going to be talking about the Hollywood elites because they've been getting a free pass for way too long with a lot of the things that they do that's wrong. So here's some names I want to throw out to you. Meryl Streep, Lee Daniels, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Richard Schiff, Olivia Wilde, Robert De Niro, Lena Dunham, Mark Ruffalo, Shonda Rhimes, Bryan Cranston, Charlie Sheen. And by the way, it was Charlie Sheen that actually called on God to kill Donald Trump. His father, Martin Sheen, Aaron Sorkin, where these other ones go here, Sarah Silverman, Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, James Franco, Chris Evans, who was Captain America, by the way. And let me ask you a question. Of all the names I just spewed out here, how many of them would you allow to operate on you if you had to have a serious operation? How many of these folks I just mentioned would you allow to pull a tooth, to fill a tooth, to do a crown on your tooth? How many of these folks that I just mentioned would you allow to be your OBGYN, your airplane pilot, your CPA to do your taxes, or to leave your children alone with? I'm sure moms out there, you'd feel comfortable with good old Charlie Sheen watching over your kids. And if they did come back alive, it might be, Mom, winning, whatever that means. So how about if we allow them to handle your finances or to be your banker? So you're saying no. Well then, my question is, why are so many people looking up to these actors and listening to these actors with regard to politics? Now, I have a clip here that a lot of these folks I just mentioned made a PSA, a public service announcement. And I know some of you have already heard this, some of you probably haven't, but it was a public service announcement that ran prior to November 8th. These folks, of course, were anti-Trump. I'm going to play it in its entirety. And the reason for that is because, in my opinion, these folks have some culpability with regard to damages, rioting, threats on police officers, destruction of property. The list goes on. And I'll explain that a little bit more on the other side. Here's the clip.
On Tuesday, November 8th, this country will make one of the most important
decisions in its history.
You have a chance.
You have an obligation
to be a part of that decision.
You might think it's not important. You might think you're not important.
But that's not true.
And the only way we can prove that to you is by having lots of famous people.
Lots of famous people.
Lots and lots of famous people.
just a shit ton of famous people.
Repeating how important.
Important.
How important it is.
Register.
Vote.
There's so many famous people.
Some of us aren't as famous, but still pretty famous.
Like, you've seen us somewhere.
Sometimes a not famous person will be mixed in with the famous ones.
They drive the message home
because of their unpolished sincerity.
Their unpolished sincerity.
But you only get this many famous people together if the issue's
one that truly matters to all of us.
A disease or
ecological crisis or
a racist, abusive coward who could permanently damage the fabric of our society.
Do the math. Do we really want to give nuclear weapons to a man whose signature move is firing?
Firing things?
But we can end this nightmare before it begins.
we can save the day.
For our children.
For our children.
For our children. For our communities.
For our communities.
For our communities.
For America.
For America.
For America.
All it takes is all of us.
All of us.
All of us.
We cannot pretend both sides are equally unfavorable.
We can't say one vote doesn't matter.
Your vote matters.
Your vote matters. It affects everything.
Not just the presidency, but the Senate.
The House.
Your local officials.
Immigration.
Immigrant.
Student debt. Common sense gun laws.
The Supreme Court.
See, this isn't just an election, it's a tipping point.
For the country.
For the world.
For your world.
If you don't know how or where to register,
Go to SaveTheDay.vote.
SaveTheDay.vote.
Make yourself heard.
Tell the world that you care about what happens to it.
And if you do vote,
And help protect this country from fear and ignorance.
Mark will do a nude scene in his next movie?
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo will do a nude scene in his next movie.
Wait, what?
Mark will do a nude scene.
Mark's gonna have his dick out.
Full Monty.
Full Marky.
No.
Go to SaveTheDay.vote.
Well, nobody talked about.
Save the day.
Make Mark be naked.
By making your mark on November 8th.
They should just vote because it matters, you know? Don't you think?
We're all in this together. That's why the most popular or memorable actor is the last one you see.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay, we have to apologize for some of the language that the stars use, but, you know, when you are on top of the world looking down on creation, I guess you can say whatever you want. And in Donald Trump's new budget that's coming out, he's calling for big cuts and a lot of different things, including the fund for the arts, the humanities, and you know, public media. And the other thing they're going to look at is the National Endowment for the Arts and the National Endowment for Humanities. And you know, if this comes out to be the way it's shaping up, they could be eliminated entirely. Now, the reason for this is because, you see, we have to shuffle money around, and we have to get money into the military budget because there are people trying to kill us. Now, we have the nutcase in North Korea, and then we have the nutcases in Iran. So the idea is to have enough firepower where even if you're crazy enough to attack the United States, we're going to quickly just wipe you away. The United States has enough nuclear power to destroy the world 25 times. Yes, that's right. That's why we don't want to use nuclear power, because we don't want to destroy ourselves. So the real reason behind, I think, a lot of the Hollywood elite liberals is that they're afraid of losing that funding, but also they're afraid that life as they know it may change, because Hollywood is do anything that feels good. That's basically their mantra. And we have some folks here who have written and sung a song. I think the name of it is Some of My Friends Are Kind of Racist. Give this a listen and we'll tell you who they are. And they have some other songs coming up. I think these folks are going to do well. These folks call themselves the Whiskey Sharts, and I think you're going to be seeing a lot more of them. They're pretty cool. And this song's going to play us out. We will see you or listen to us tomorrow.
Blame it all on the booze, but you were quite rude to that man back there. I won't let this go. I think you should know that your prejudice is unfair. It don't make you right, 'cause we were born white, or 'cause majority rules. But open your mouth, the shit that comes out just makes you sound like a fool. Yeah, I've got friends that are kinda racist. They let words slip out in public places. places I don't feel okay when they act this way. They complain about foreign labor, at the same time always saying love thy neighbor. I got friends that are kind of racist. I know I'm not wrong, your words don't belong when you're hanging with me. You say things are gay when they don't go your way, but you disagree's what you mean. So get off of your horse and show some remorse. Let's act like you have some class. You thought you were clever, our friendship you severed when you acted like an ass. I have friends who are kind of racist. They let words slip out on a daily basis. I don't feel okay when they act this way. Some of them got lame defenses when they mention who their one black friend is. I got friends that are kind of racist. Oh, I had friends that were kind of racist. Racist in all shapes, colors, and sizes.